Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome once again to the Monday edition of Liberia Future TV. I'm your humble host today, Mr. Michael Padmore. Thanks for joining us here. I want to welcome our radio listeners in Liberia, all over Liberia. So we're going to have a really exciting show today. Really exciting. We have an exciting guest. There's so much going on in the country, and we were lucky to bag this guest today. So we're gonna have a really good conversation with him. Jeff, how are you doing today, Monrovia, man?
Well, yes, I'm okay. I'm upbeat, and it's good to be here. And I trust that you are okay as well.
Yes, I am, man. I'm okay. I was down with a little bit of cold for the past week, but I'm up and moving, and we'll have a good show today. We'll have a very good show. Lavera, how are you? How are you this evening, Mama?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and bring us up to speed on what's been happening in the country, and then we'll take it from there.
All right. Today's trending news update with me, Lavecta Davis. Demolition leave families homeless, endanger sick child. Government demolitions to reclaim public land have left hundreds homeless, including Mrs. Josephine Gallo and her 9-year-old son battling sickle cell anemia. Gallo's home and business in Hammondfield, Pittsfield were flattened with little warning, forcing a move to Zuba Town. She called the process sudden and chaotic. Cummings meets Maryland Women's Group Indoor Community. ANC political leader Alexander Cummings held a strategic meeting with the Maryland Development Association Women Indoor Community District number 14. Details were not disclosed, but such engagements often cover development, women's empowerment, and local issues. The group is known for social advocacy in Maryland County and the diaspora. However, ANC leader Alexander Cummings, a Maryland County native, is focused on building a home base as grassroots momentum builds on the ground. Bapolu women track hours as clinic project delay. Women work over 3 hours to reach the only functioning clinic, with some giving birth on roadsides. A citizen-initiated clinic in Palek-Wele town started in 2017 remains unfinished after 7 years. The zinc roof structure needs doors, windows, a pump, wiring, and water to serve 17,000 plus residents. CDC removes Representative Jones from expulsion list. The CDC has cleared McGibby District 5 Representative Alpha Jones from its list of expelled lawmakers. A review of the petition to expel Representative Yeke Koluba showed Jones did not sign it. The party said the correction ensures factual accuracy after earlier accusing Jones of supporting Koluba's removal. Stand Koluba expulsion shows political intolerance. Stand condemned Representative Yeke Koluba's expulsion as a ruthless witch hunt threatening free speech. The group said the move reflects an escalating pattern of political intolerance under President Joseph Boakai, not an isolated disciplinary action, anti-internal disputes, and disorderly conduct allegations. Senator Cornyn Coluba expulsion undermines due process. Bapolo Senator Amara Cornyn called Representative Coluba's expulsion a troubling signal for democracy. He questioned if Liberia's system protects voices or just creates appearance of participation, noting decisions are often driven by fear and political maneuvering in a post-war society. Representative Womper dissolved the legislature after Coluba removal. Representative Tier Womper did not sign or support Representative Coluba's expulsion. While calling Coluba's border remarks reckless, Womper said the removal process was unlawful and politically influenced. He added that power is heavily centralized in the executive, that after 2.5 years in office, Creators Core Rule of Law Caucus Chair Judas in Colubar vote. Representative Jacob Debbie of Grand Judea District Number 3, Chair of the House Rule of Law Caucus, signed a resolution to expel Representative Colubar. Critics say the vote contradicts his advocacy for democratic principles, with some linking it to Judas Iscariot's betrayal. The House expelled Colubar for the 9-0 on April 17, 2026. Representative Jala's signature forged on Colubar expulsion. Burma District Number 3 Representative CMP Jala denied signing the resolution to expel Representative Colubar. I did not sign any document he said vying to investigate Monday. Without his name, the total drops from 49 to 48, one short of the 49 required by the Constitution. Breaking Jala disputes signature, Colubar vote in doubt. Representative CMP Jala says his signature was forged on the Colubar expulsion resolution. I want to know who signed it, he said. His denial would reduce signatories to 48 below the Constitution to threshold of 49 to expel a lawmaker. Mixed reaction in District Number 10 over Colubar expulsion. District Number 10 residents are split over Representative Yeke Colubar's expulsion for comments on Liberia-Guinea border tension. Some back the move, citing diplomacy and security. Others say it undermines free speech and legislative independence. Colubar vowed to challenge the political expulsion in court. And ANC Youth Congress trains 100 in public service civil engagement. The Indomitable National Youth Congress of the ANC held a workshop Saturday, April 18, 2026, under the theme Master the Message, Public Service and Civil Engagement, training 100 youths from District 14, 15, 16, and 17. The session focused on effective communication, strategic messaging, and grassroots mobilization to boost community-level engagement. Participants call it a key step in strengthening youth involvement, saying the training equipped them to serve as community ambassadors for the ANC. ANC leaders in attendance included Chairman Aliyu Kadi, Vice Chairman for Administration, Lawrence Spencer, Secretary General Obadiah Sonega, Isaac George, and other county and district leaders. My name is Lavecta Davis. I presented the latest news updates from Liberia.
Awesome, Lavetta. Thank you so much for splendid professional presentation. Thank you. We look forward to another one next week. Thank you so much for everything.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. All right. All right, people. So there we go. That was the up to date. You have been brought up to date with all of the happenings in Liberia as this Monday evening. Um, so there we go. Perfect. All right. So want to once more thank Lavetta for that presentation. She is always on point with her news. And I think we need to do that more often because I look forward to that news every day. Yeah. It keeps me informed. So Jeff, what's been going on in the town today, man? What's as we are gear up for our guests here? What's been going on in the town?
Well, a lot has been going on, Mr. Parkmore. A lot has been going on. As a matter of fact, Liberia is on fire now, most especially with this the expulsion of Honorable Yeke Kaluba, and so that is the most trending news in the country since last week, uh, Friday. As a matter of fact, prior to that, on Wednesday, there was a hearing, the second hearing, and then in that hearing, to the communication sent to the law, I mean, Honorable Yeke Koluba, that he was asked to, as a matter of fact, come with his legal team, his team of lawyers. And so when he on the 17th, he came with the lawyers, a team of lawyers, including Councillor Moriah Yakula, Justice Kabina Jane, and Councillor Jonathan Masakwe. Why, in a hearing, they were informed, a team of lawyers, his lawyers were informed that they could not speak. They should only speak through their client, Honorable Kolba. And so, with that, they said, well, after why it's true that they were asked why should they speak through their clients rather than them, speaking. So which they felt that the process was not fair, so they had to walk out, and they walked out. And so, Honorable Kolba too stated that, well, I don't have a lawyer now, so I cannot sit under this under the authority here because the matter of fact is that I don't have lawyer, nobody to me, so I think I have to leave. So he also walked out. In his absence, the hearings went on, and then on Friday, a motion was reached. The committee on rules, order, and administration, chaired by uh, Bon County Representative James Collier, they presented their findings, and so he was the Honorable Collier was expelled, but he has challenged that he still remains the lawmaker, the representative of District Number 10. Well, there have been several. As a matter of fact, we have 9 persons now who have already printed out flyers contesting for the seat, even though the legislature, there has not been a formal pronouncement, from the legislature and I mean, informing the National Elections Commission that the seat is vacant, the district
Mhm.
is vacant, and also, but then there was a communication, sent there was a communication uh, sent to the legislature,
Okay.
the chief clerk's office, and that of the speaker. But
Okay.
then that communication was ignored. According to the deputy chief clerk, they did not receive the communication. But the thing is that the communication from the Supreme Court putting halt to the process, the ongoing process to expel Representative Koluba, stated that, there should be a conference. There would have been a conference on today, Monday, at the
Okay.
Supreme Court, but then it was received by one Tababo and A2 Tier with a
Mhm.
mean a signature and position, that are computer, analyst or operator. But then it was not, that they did not receive it according to them. And then also the another one sent to the office of the speaker that he too did not receive it. And so it has been. But today the lawmaker, the district 10, Honorable Koluba, and his team appeared at the Supreme Court, and so they have been told. I mean, a formal communication have been sent to the legislature to return. They should reply. It should be written as to
Okay.
why. So on the 29th, they're expected now to return to the Supreme Court. But a whole lot has been happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So that so what you are telling us right now is that the Honorable House of Representatives made an appearance today at the Supreme Court.
It is Representative Yaka, I mean, Honorable Yaka Kolba, the former representative Yaka
Okay.
Kolba,
All right.
team of lawyers.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Once more, our country has been tossed into the limelight when it comes to the Constitution, the power of government, the law, and a lot of people are watching. A lot of people are watching.
Yeah.
A lot of people were disappointed and disheartened with the outcome of the first series during the removal of the speaker. So once more again, a lot of people are watching. Is this government basically going to seal their fate as being the government that ignored the law, or are they going to make a quick turnaround? So we will see. Siddiqui, welcome to the platform, man. How are you today?
Doing great, Mr. Pablo, and greetings to Jefferson Liberia. Good to be here on the show this evening. Greetings to all of you, our listening audience. Looking forward to a good conversation. So, regarding the removal of Yeke Koluba, as
Hmm.
regards to the update Jefferson just shared with us, I think all of us follow. Uh, Prior to the day they remove him, the Supreme Court had placed a stay order
Mhm.
uh, for the House of Representatives to go for a conference today because today's Monday.
Yeah.
And these guys, they ignore the stay order from the Supreme Court, and they've done it before, Mr. Padmo, right?
Hmm.
So I think that's why I gave them the cause to do what they've done, I think it was on Friday or last week, to expel Yeke Koluba and come up with some funny excuse and say that they didn't receive communication from the Supreme Court, even though the communication was circulating on the internet. Even members of the House of Representatives, some of them posted our guest tonight, Chairman Bility, who is a lawmaker from District Number 7, Lima. He
I'll call
shared
you
that
on
the
the topic.
Supreme Court has sent a communication to the House of Representatives. So for these people to disregard the court stay order and went ahead with was proceeding to expel Yege Koluba. It's a dangerous precedent they are setting. And I think there's a need the opposition collaborate on some of these things to hold these people accountable. And just this evening, I listened to the party chairman, at one point he's saying that United Party is not involved. But at another point, he's telling us that Yeke shouldn't have made the kind of statement he made. In fact, Yeke insulting the president. Yeke insulted George Weah, and all of you rallied around and supported him. So who is Joseph Boakai that people can insult him? Who is him? Is Joseph Boakai God, or maybe he's a Messiah and Savior, or whatsoever characteristic that I can't even lay my hand to use, that nobody can call Joseph Boakai. You cause him, you count down. Yeke insulted. Even the worst that Yeke did yesterday, Mr. Padmo, the wife of George Weah had nothing to do with politics. But
Hmm.
Yeke would throw insult at that woman anytime.
Hmm.
And all of them will be in the back supporting Yeke.
Yeah.
So today, an 82 years old man who've already lived his entire life,
Mhm.
and somebody come and talk to him, you vex, you want to bring the president down because you're not supposed to talk to Joseph Baka. So
Mhm.
actually I'm looking forward to seeing representability, to ask him what's next, because it can be him tomorrow. And if this was representability, what would he do? So I'm really looking forward to a good conversation because today I saw him at the court. They went to the court today. And look, we have to accept the fact that Yeke is gone. Yeke will not come back. Some people can even say you follow the referral channel to get Yeke out. These people will not listen to the Supreme Court. The worst of this thing here, Mr. Padmo and Jefferson, is that some of the people they say that son, These people are coming out saying, and I'm saying, oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't sign no resolution, but I named there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a dangerous precedent for our country. And these Unity Party people, they succeeded on different attempts. They wake up, they put a man at the NEC who was in a war room and predicted that they were going to win first round, which was a fake, prediction. UP was beaten during the 2023 first round of the election.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
man, he stood up on the media and said, based on the result we are getting, I'm a former commissioner, will beat the election one round. That the man will go to the main NEC chairman today. So we have to resist. These people, they are up for something, and we can't afford, even one day after 2029, after these people says, yeah, we can't afford a Joseph Baca presidency, even one day to act on our 6 year the Liberian people have given to them. We have to resist to kick these people out and put our country on track so that all Liberians can benefit. So looking forward to a great show again today, Mr. Padman. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Welcome, Siki. Honorable Ability will be joining us momentarily. I believe it's going to be at the 7:30 hour that he will be joining us. So we still have about 8 minutes to go before he joins us. Um, but for now, so I mean, the Yeke thing is going on. Have we heard any update yet about the printing of money? I thought that was why the legislature came together.
Not yet, not yet. We're still waiting for update, or a report from the legislature, since they were called in for the special sitting. We're still waiting for a report, because the only report so far that is on it is the Yeke Koluba's case. Yeah. So I just uploaded perhaps
Yes, definitely.
the photo there. You see, two photos: one for the one for the office of the speaker, and one for the office of the chief clerk. So the question now Liberians are asking is that, since they're saying that the legislature, that they did not receive, or they did not, there was no communication, did not see it, then who signed for it? And I will say this to you, like I said this morning on our morning show, Mr. Partner,
Mhm.
that um on yesterday I placed a call to Miss Tababu. What, I don't know whether she's married, Tababu A Tote, but I
Mhm.
placed a call to her. What she told me, that it was a wrong number. That number placed there, that number that is on it is a wrong number. So if it's a wrong number, then why was it placed on, the return copy of a communication sent to you from the Supreme Court? And another video that is also there, maybe we could play that video. It
Okay.
is one of the lawmakers distancing himself. In fact, he said that it is forgery, that he did not sign the resolution to remove Honorable Koluba. His name is Sempi Jala from District 3, Bomi County. He was the one who removed, or let's say succeeded, former Representative Haja Fatah Sayon. So
Mhm.
he's saying, and we've been told that he was not in country. As a matter of fact, he said he was not in the country. So how did his signature get there? So these are some. I'm waiting to ask Honorable Ability this question. If a lawmaker is not in country, his signature is placed on such resolution. Does the lawmaker, is it his responsibility now to prove to prove himself? Does he have to go to court to challenge this? Will he be, willing to take his colleagues or whoever places signature to court? Will he be willing? So that is the biggest question that we need to ask some of these lawmakers, since they're distancing themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, first let's take a look at the first let's take a look at the the writ that was delivered to the chief clerk's office.
Mhm.
And that is what we have up right now. For those of you in radio land that can't see this, this is the writ that was delivered by the officer of the court to to the chief clerk's office, the chief clerk of the House of Representatives office, and it was received by, what is it, Tababo A
Ababo
Tutia.
Etote. Yeah.
Her position was listed as computer operator. The date was April 16, 2026 at 3:52 p.m. That's when it was received by the clerk office, the chief clerk's office. So they did have that days before. And to say that it wasn't received, I guess, and what I like about what the Supreme Court has done, them calling there to question it. They say put it down, put it on paper.
Yeah.
You see, when on paper, you can't say you made mistake.
So
You can't say, oh, I misspoke.
Yeah.
Put it on paper. Tell us why your office received it. And because you know the sad part about it was this was not a secret.
Yeah.
This was not a secret writ. This was not a classified writ. It was in the public that the writ was coming.
Sure.
So everybody knew the writ was coming. Everybody knew the writ was coming. So for the House to now pretend as if they had no idea, then I'm sorry, but somebody they don't matter how to defend herself.
And this list was served before even the expulsion. It was served on Thursday.
Yes.
Because the expulsion was on Friday, 17.
Yes. And this was sent the evening before. Yes. So
Two
they
copies.
had it in time in advance. So the other one we have here is the same writ,
Yeah.
but this one was delivered to the speaker's office. My man, look, the board they were. They say, okay, you know what happened? We're not going to carry it to the clerk.
Yeah.
We'll get to the speaker because the speaker will be the presiding officer tomorrow morning.
Mhm.
So you can't say he's here. And this one was signed by, is it Arena?
Arena Sike.
Yes, Arena Sike.
Mhm.
The same date, April 16, 2026. And this one was, what time is that? Is that 1:51 or 2?
Yeah, 1:51 p.m.
1:51 p.m.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it looked like they delivered the one. Then he went back to the Supreme Court. Because in that far, right across the road.
Mhm.
He just cleared the thing, he went over. And then when he sat down for long, he said, no, you know what happened? Let me go back over there. Because I want nothing, nobody tell me say I saved the wrong person, the wrong one. So I
And
will
this
double it.
and she's the receptionist at the speaker's office. Yeah, the receptionist. That's a position.
And so she received a copy.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, come on now. We can all confidently assume that upon receipt of this, she reached out to her immediate boss, who I'm guessing at that time would be the office chief of staff.
Yes.
Because she wouldn't call the speaker directly. She would call the office chief of staff
Sure.
and say, oh, chief, we received something here for the Supreme Court.
Which is very important.
Yes.
Do not ignore this.
No,
This is
it's
not
from,
ordinary communication.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
from the Supreme Court. And not from just a judge.
No.
It was from the Supreme Court.
Mhm.
So there you have it, people. Those are the two that so claiming to be naive, claiming to say, oh, we didn't see it, even though it was all in the news. Everybody heard it. Everybody heard it. Oh, a writ has been served. You didn't even take the time to verify. You just went ahead running with this. But we're looking towards the Supreme Court.
Sure.
Because two things. One, there were a lot of people who were very encouraged by the action the Supreme Court took when it came to the gentleman from Morocco. I don't like to call his name because I don't like to give him relevance, but relevance. But everybody know who I'm talking about.
I know.
Yes, everybody was there were a lot of people. I said everybody. There was a lot of people that were encouraged. They had their own concerns concerning freedom of speech, but when it came to the personality of the gentleman, that one, they not had an argument when it came to that one. They saw it for what it was.
Yeah.
So the question everybody is looking towards the Supreme Court for is that now that you have set precedent that this Supreme Court is going to be respected.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do now that the Honorable House, the Speaker, the Chief Clerk, the presiding are showing you disrespect?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to allow it? Are you going to send a message that there are only certain people we can count that high on, but other people are beyond the law? Is this going to be another animal farm? These are the questions that we are looking to our Honorable Supreme Court to answer us in the coming days. I think today was a very good move. They held a conference. I saw Representative Colette in that conference. I saw the House lawyers in that conference. So they showed up, even though they said they didn't receive the summon, the rate, but they show up. And now they're being ordered to do something, and we'll see what happens with that. But like you said, even beyond that, Jeff,
Yeah.
what has come up in the last few days? What has come up in the last few days is the last few days, because this was Sunday that this came up. In the last 24 hours, representative from Bon County, basically is making it clean. So let's listen to him. So now you're going to hear from the horse's mouth. So let's listen to him. This guy was in a hearing.
Yeah.
You were in a hearing that day. I remember hearing like a blue.
A full formula.
Yes.
Formula. District number 7. Yeah. District number 7.
So let's hear from this guy right here. We'll see. Whoa. All right, here we go.
To form our rules, there is something there for expelling or suspending lawmaker on cause. If that process is followed, I can vote again Honorable Koluba. But under this particular circumstances, whatever you see parody on Facebook, I'm going to town on Sunday evening after here. And by Monday, I'm going to be on the ground at the Capitol building. I'm going to follow up. If that is true, that listing was posted, I want to know who signed that. And that is something I'm going to follow up. So I'm saying to you that whatever you see on Facebook, I'm not seeing it. I'm here, so I don't know what is that. So I will say that is not me on the basis of that.
But have you signed any document relative to
Honorable Koluba? No.
Wow. Have you signed any document relative to Honorable Koluba? No. You know what I love about that particular journalist? He wasn't going to let him go.
Yeah.
You know? Because when he started talking, he said, well, I see what's on Facebook. It started to make things a little cloudy. So he said, no, you don't have it. I'll make it general. Let me just take it from you right here. Have you signed anything concerning Honorable Koluba? No, I have not. Cut it straight. You know, same Jala, same P Jala. What's that?
But his name is there. His name is on a resolution.
And there's a signature next to it.
Yeah.
There's a signature next to it.
His son.
Yes. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't had the opportunity to catch up with his office today, because he did say today he was going to run behind it to find out what happened and why is his name and a signature next to it. I'm hoping that he will speak today before the end of today, or at least early tomorrow before session, to clarify for us. You know, now that he has been brought up to speed, he's seen the document, if that is his signature. And if that is not his signature, that immediately makes the number 48. But bigger than that, it brings into question the entire document. Because if one signature there is forged for any reason, the entire document is illegal and invalid. And that should open the entire house up to investigation. Who are responsible to collect signatures? Which lawmaker was responsible to collect signatures, or was it the chief clerk? Who collected those signatures? How did they go about it? And how did a lawmaker's signature appear and he didn't sign? That's fraud. That's a crime. That person should not have a job Tuesday morning.
Yeah. And one of the things we gathered that, in fact, personally, I was informed that Representative Ricky Barry of District Number 1, Monserrato County, that from Cape Mount, Representative Wese Feka Soni allegedly went to Representative Ricky Barry's office to receive her own cash. There was some allegation of cash given. She received a cash from the offices of Representative Mama Briggs. I mean, not Mama Briggs, but Ricky Barry, to sign the resolution. So she went there allegedly and received her own cash to vote against Honorable Colbert. That's how her signature to was. In fact, she's the only lawmaker from Cape Mount who signed the resolution for the expulsion.
Wow.
This is a lawmaker who does not even speak in plenary, who does not say a word. Yeah. Every time they go to session, she doesn't talk, she doesn't say anything.
Well, I will definitely reach out to Representative Barry. I have a connection. I'll reach out to her to find out what the allegation, so she can have the opportunity to clear her side of the story. There's a small country we live in, and when those kind of statements and rumors surface that you have become cashier now for a regime, you have to clear your name, because there's life after the legislature. There's life after the legislature. So we are. I just got a confirmation here from Honorable Ability's team. So we should be having him any moment now. Okay. But until then, so I'm just going to throw things out there. Have we had anything yet concerning the LFA and the Congress, the elections?
Well, I am not a sport reporter, but all I know, the last time I followed it is that Kasha Ku, will contest. The process is on so far, and there were other. I listened. Our sport reporter is here. Sometimes over the weekend, he made some, announcement. As a matter of fact, that LPRC managing director has an interest in contesting as executive member of the LFA. That's what I can see when I listened to him on Saturday, just over the weekend, when he was having a sports show here on this radio. So far, well, that's what I can say it for now.
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll take that for now. The Supreme Court is definitely going to be busy this term. I can see that.
Very busy.
Yeah, they're going to be busy. They're going to be very busy this time, which is a good thing. I think every time we refer to the Supreme Court for our dispute, instead of resorting to violence, and stuff, I think it is a good thing for our democracy. I think it's a good thing for our peace process. The second part to that is that when the Supreme Court does make a decision, whether you are a private citizen, you are a member of government, you are a branch of government, you are expected to abide by that decision. And I'll give you an example here. So a few months ago, the U.S. Supreme Court, came out with a verdict concerning the president's what should I use? The president's taxes. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember last year the president was just going wild when it came to foreign to foreign countries and stuff like that, and their taxes that were being levied. And there were billions of dollars that was collected by the U.S. government, and the U.S. government they already started spending some of the money on different things. And the United States Supreme Court came out with a verdict, with a judgment, and said it was illegal. The president could not do that. That it must be generated in the House of Representatives, and instructed the president and the executive to return all of that money. Today, they have already started making arrangements to return that money. We are talking about Donald Trump. Yes. He too, he understands and he realizes that he must respect, even if he doesn't like it. I don't know if you guys remember, but when the United States Supreme Court came out with that decision, he didn't play. He went on social media and he blasted at the entire Supreme Court. But even after he blasted at all of them, he understood that he still must abide by the ruling of the Supreme Court. And so today, they announced that they're going to start disbursing that money back to the businesses that they collected the money from, countries that they collected the money from. They're going to start sending that money, because they understand that when the executive starts to ignore the Supreme Court.
Mr. Palmer, can I hold you there? I had Bomi County District 3 Representative CMP Jala on the line. Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, Honorable Jala, good evening. This is Jefferson. We are you live on LRB Feature TV here on Kia Radio 95.9. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Jefferson. I'm honored.
Yes, Honorable Jala, we're concerned about this whole Honorable Koluba's removal. Some lawmakers' signatures being affixed to the resolution for his removal, and a video of you has been trending. As a matter of fact, you made some clarity. We want to be sure whether did you sign the resolution for the removal of Honorable Koluba?
All right, so straight to the point now, and I hope you allow me detail.
Yes, sir.
First of all, the video that you are referring to, if it is the interview that was done on Saturday morning and done by one Richard Witter of Puma FM in Bomi County, in a town called Webma, in a clan called Lower Zor, in a district called Durham District Legislature number 3. Yes, everything I said, all that stand by then. And if you want me to repeat most or some of them, I can do that.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, so yeah, it's hard. So this Saturday, I launched an in-house. I call it in-house because I took the training institution to the villages, to the clan to train some young women. For the doing side, I'm doing 180. The swim maker side, I'm doing 416 of them. They're going to train them in 5 different basic skills. So, like the Puma FM is a local radio in Bomi County, so they follow us who are leaders. So, if you saw me in that video, I was in my engineering suit. Normally, I'm currently doing rules, since I bought my mission 2024. Now, I do not want to bore you with too much talking.
Yes, sir.
So he are going to intervene. If you want to have full video, you will see that from the beginning, he started talking about that launch. But then, to end it, he brought this question. Whether I sign a document to expel Honorable Yeka Koluba. So I told you which document. He says it's all on Facebook. And I'm calling the reason I call the term into you so that you as journalist can do your investigation. That part of Bomi County, you go there, you're not going to have network. So here was my response. And follow that video, you see my response. I said a resolution carrying the rules order administration recommendation and investigation to expel Honorable Yeka Koluba, then that signature is not mine because I did not see it. I did not sign it. And I was telling them on the radio. Lawmakers and citizens are all around me. Might refer this to Honorable Kole. You are a journalist. If you've been following the hearing of Honorable Koluba that was done on Wednesday, I was in that hearing. If you follow it, you will know that I asked a question regarding the same thing that a list was circulating and my name was called on spin. Honorable Kole repeat. If you do not have that video, call my colleague or I'll forward it to you from one of those live TV so you see it.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I did not sign a resolution where more especially the one I'm currently witnessing on Facebook Live that was read in the house on Friday because I left Monrovia on Thursday. And that is my normal routine. Ask any lawmaker that know me or closer to me, Honorable Dozie and other people will tell you. Every Thursday after session, I come to my district, stay there. The Monday morning, I go to town for work. So first of all, thank God you say you cover the house. You will know that I was not in section on Thursday. I was not there on Friday. So the resolution without direct instruction that I heard being read by the chief clerk on Facebook Live, where the rules order had a hearing and recommend the expulsion of Honorable Yeka Koluba. I did not sign that document. God did not see it. However, here is why I say in that video, I'm one of those who say on moral and cultural ground, Honorable Koluba does not carry himself like a leader. If our rule 9, that is 9.1, 9.2, that talk about a lawmaker being expelled or expelled by tutel of the house by cause, and looking at the way Honorable Koduba carries himself, some of the things he said, the way he does, then I put the whole into public day we speak. Even as I speak to you now, if that process is followed and the resolution comes, I can sign it. But the one that was referenced to, and I'm reading live on Facebook, live that was done on Friday, read by the chief clerk, I did not sign that.
Honorable Jala, you've been following the case. Now according to you, you were not in session then when the resolution was being read. Now that your signature has been affixed to it, which is forgery and it's a crime under our laws, are you going to take any further step owing to the fact that you personally did not affix your signature to that resolution?
As you may be aware, I think you told me that you tried getting on me early in the morning. You are not able to get on me, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, for some of us, I let us say the truth. Maybe there will be a learning curve for me. Some of us who came from the technical background, we are new into politics. There are some things you will see the political aspect will supersede legal and other things. But if you just leave me as a layman, definitely I'm not going to allow anybody that injured me to go free. But sometimes you will get the quote-unquote lawyers, counsel, political people around you, and they will give their advice. The first thing I know I'm going to take it, like I said, I will be at the Capitol building tomorrow. I think I announced that to you. Mm-hmm. I'm going to follow it. Or first of all, I'm going to ask for the hard copy of the document, of that resolution that was read. Who knows? Because mind you, I'm not going to hide it on the reader. And thank God you filed it because I will not pretend on that. Since I took office January 15, 2024, most of the things that have been put forward by quote-unquote the majority or the quote-unquote the Unity Party, I have supported most of them. And I have signed on the document starting from the election of Honorable Kuhn, the removal of Honorable Kofa. And these are things that many times we would not into the traditional politics. They say politics is interest. I come from a district where 78 to 79% of the people are Unity Party people who vote for this government. So every time I'm ready to make decision, when I ask my support base, you will see huge people will say go the Unity Party way. Now, majority will carry the rule that is always say, is it correct or not? That's something we can look at. So tomorrow when I go there, I'm going to engage it from that standpoint. One, first of all, I want to see the document. That document that was read upon which the recommendation was done by rules, order, and administration, and see whether that signature was just signature page attached because the thing I'm part of majority, or people actually people was called in to sign on the recommendation from rules, order, administration. After that, I will get advice from a legal counsel. I'll make a decision on that.
Mr. Palmer, you want to come in quickly? You're muted.
I think he's on the call. He's on a phone call, Jefferson. But I want to ask the representative.
Yeah, go ahead, CDK.
Yeah, greetings. What's his name again, Jefferson?
Honorable Sempi Jala.
Okay, greetings, Mr. Jala. Hope you getting me loud and clear.
I don't know whether the person have started talking or not. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah,
I hope you can keep me on for at most 5 to 10 more minutes.
10 minutes. I can keep you for 20, 30 minutes, sir.
30 minutes too long for me. I beg you.
No problem. I can keep you for
you just call me unaware.
Yeah.
And right now, you're not reading my phone is banging. People calling in and out, in and out.
Yeah. Sidiki, go ahead.
Yeah, greetings, Representative Jala. Are you getting me loud and clear now?
Yeah. Correct. Perfect.
Okay, so I just want to make a follow-up on what Jefferson asked you regarding taking action, because you all of us just watched the video you did doing your visit to your district, right? You said you didn't sign any resolution to remove your Yeke Koluwa, and now you are still standing by that. Don't you think in a country like Liberia where people just run with anything they hear, don't you think it is fair to take a legal action, for people who may have fraud your signature to put on a resolution that you never signed at all? Don't you think it's necessary to do that instead of playing a card wherein you are saying you are new to the legislature, you're coming from a private background, and you have some advisors, lawyers and politicians who might suggest to you to just let it go? Do you think this is something you want to let go because you are on record that you signed a resolution to expel Yeke Koluba? And this is something Liberians will forever put out of the lawmakers that are named and signatures are on this resolution, especially people who believe that this was targeted to silence critical voices in the country. Don't you think it's fair enough to push this at a court, to kind of get a redress and some clarification?
Straight to the point, you're right. It is very fair. It's extremely fair to do that for many reasons. One, character issue. Two, to eliminate future embarrassment. Now, currently, I will refer to myself as a politician now by occupation, so one would say for your political life. But again, nothing happens in a vacuum, my friend. Even I get vexed or whatever vestation I am and I decide to take legal action, I'm not going to represent myself. In fact, let me confess something to you on the radio, and that's the person I am. You know that my phone, I didn't put my phone on until around 12 today. Why? Because I was advised by quote unquote my people who are called my lawyer and some political people who are sought advice on before even getting into politics that my man don't talk too much, don't talk to politician, wait, see the things you're talking about before you take some steps. Because mind you that don't make some point. The interview was done to me in my district. A question was the purpose of the interview was not because of that in the first place. I wasn't the one that called the interview. The question came, I answered it as a king. The man was referring to a resolution. Guess what? Do you know that Friday section, I was not even privy to it because I was in a district where there is no network. I'm telling you, just even that now I'm watching on somebody live and seeing how it went on. So I was referring to the general question that he saw a resolution being signed and my name was there. So I said, okay, that one you saw, nothing I know about it. Then he asked another question about, have you signed something ever before that? I told him no. And I make clear terms on that. So to answer your question, it is fair for my character, it's fair for my future son and other things. But again, am I the one that going to maybe the way we defend myself if I think I want to do so? I will listen to them. Why I agree some of the suggestions myself will make it and say it is me, that's my thing. In fact, let me say something to you on the radio. What one of my quote unquote advisor told me that in the case like this, politics normally have a heavier weight than the legal part. That way he will tell you that 1, 2. At the legislature, the way tea is done is different from outside. Over there, you must work with your colleagues. So if you have an issue, you want to talk with them. For instance, somebody was saying, okay, why if the time Thomas Father appear on OKFM when he was asked by Clarence Father, what you do by Clarence, what you do with having a Yaka, he say, Yaka will not go free. If you be suspension, say you will get it. People, other minds are thinking that Yeke could have used that time to meet his colleague, talk with him, then maybe he would have gotten a lesser punishment. So you see the kind of advice coming from that. Even though the man is saying that he's saying by his statement, he don't nothing wrong, but somebody was saying that was a winner he had. So the same thing with me, that 1, 2, that we all know, my friend, their war is like a cycle. The very people that say a lawyer to you could be a lawyer in other places. But can you be a lawyer for yourself is another thing. So to cut on that, you are right. It is the fair and the most honorable things to do. I wish I were in a private life. Then you and I'm talking on the phone on this one. But my friend, I'm in a place where I'm a national leader now. For instance, look at that interview. If you read some of posture and the way I spoke, I didn't think that interview would have even crossed from a county. But yeah, I am. So anything you say as a leader now becomes policy. And that's why when you speak, you must speak responsibly. Now, if you watch that interview, it's clear. That interview will tell you that as I stand, I simply that I got a side. However, I'm saying that not because I have a side, so I'm going to be treated unknowingly. So you're right. So, sorry, I can't remember. So you ask a question, that's the right thing to do.
Representative Jala. Representative Jala, just quickly before Mr. Pablo can come in. Are you saying to us that your lawyers
I beg you. Let it be for the record. Tell the people that you just called me and I just pick up your phone. This is the first time calling me.
It was an
if there was a range, tell me. I can stay for the next 1 hour with you if it was a range. But I got 2 more calls coming and you just called me. You didn't tell me that they was playing, so I can't go. You're telling me.
We will do that. Yes, Mr. Pablo, you want to come in?
No, that's good. Representative Honorable Jala, thank you so much for the time. I respect your time and you joining us. Really respect it. We'll do something later on. Hopefully later on down the week when you have more information for us. Maybe we can connect and maybe pull a 30-minute interview. How about that?
Yeah, that would be very great. In fact, you might tomorrow might not even be bad because, like I said, tomorrow I'll be going to the Capitol building to start work. Today, the reason I didn't go there when I was on my way going, I heard that there was only executive had, there was no major section, only executive section, and it didn't last for even 15 to 20 minutes. So I had to just turn around. But tomorrow I will be at the Capitol building as early as 8 in the morning to see when will be section. So at that time, I'm going to have many engagement. I will have engagement with the speaker because all of them are also been calling me regarding listening interview.
Awesome.
Okay, Roger, I will thank you. We'll have a time and perhaps we could schedule you to also come and appear live in our studio here.
You got my number already.
Okay.
One good thing I know, maybe you want give me a house offer is you just call me your first time I pick up your call. If I return your call, so it will tell you that I prepare to do talking, and I ain't got a problem with that.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. But anyway, we'll have a time. Even though your colleague said I ARP, but we'll have a time, sir.
Yeah, no problem. No
Okay.
problem.
That was great. That was great, Jeff. Thank you so much for that call. Has off to Honorable Sampi Jala. This is my first time interacting with him, and he was very open, and he was very clear about where he stood, about his happenings, what he's done, what he has not done concerning this saga, and he has made it very, very clear that he's going to follow up. He will listen to his lawyers, to his legal advice, his political advisors, but he will also follow up, and he will get back to us on what has transpired. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And with that, we will bring on the honorable. He said, "I'm going to call you chairman." I used to call you chairman, chief. But we have with us here in the studio the honorable Musa Hassan Bilete, representative District 7, Nima County, a political leader, CMC, an astute businessman. I consider him a mentor and an all-around good human being. Welcome to the platform, Honorable Bilete.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So to our audience out there, as we told you, we're going to bring Honorable Bilete, and we're hopefully going to get some insight into the legislature, what's been going on, and just the country as a whole. So, Honorability, how are you, man? How's the family?
All right. I mean, we're hanging in there, but we're thankful to God. There's life, and the struggle continues.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that my whole life. The struggle continues.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So let's just jump into it if we can. So the legislature was recalled to take care of some business. Could you just bring us up to speed? What all have you guys been dealing with since your recall?
Not much. I mean, clearly it looks like the overriding goal was to remove YECAP. And then they have the budget recast. And then they have the central bank request to print money. Those are 3 main items.
Wow. And you guys are dealing with that? Everything's going okay? Any
Well,
update on the printing of money?
Those things have been sent to committee room.
Okay. How many days? How many days do you guys have, or were given by the president to do the
It's 10 days. So we should be today. What 21st or 20th?
Today 20th.
It's 20th.
So we should be out of there by Thursday.
Wow. And it's still in committee room?
Yeah. And then they'll bring it last minute time and pass it as usual.
The way you get on the committee room really fast. Maybe the one that will come fast too.
I mean, we are literally running, a one-party system now in our government. So the rescue control the legislature.
Yeah.
Clearly, most of the people there support the rescue government agenda. So obviously, they will do what they ask them to do.
Wow. Any discussion about LOFA in the recall? Did they put it on the agenda about LOFA?
No. I mean, sadly, it's paradoxical. You get on your colleague, you say he has not been expelled because I believe that the process was not followed and the Supreme Court was, disrespected. That's my view. But then you suspend him for saying something, but you don't say whether what he said is true or false. You know, is Yeka right that the land there for Guinea is Yeka right, or is he lying on Liberia? To say that the government of Liberia has to have a position. Because if Yeke is right, no, if Yeke is wrong, then we have a bigger problem. Because if Yeke is wrong, and that means Yeke lied that that land is not for Liberia, then the government have to tell us what foreign troops doing on that land. You know, today, you know, obviously, you know, they have all these the Unity Party people, they have all the journalists plenty now to ask people. So I was in the court and one of the journalists asked me, do you agree with Uncle Yeke? So I said, on what? He said, what did he say? I said, I don't even know my border. I have a government. Then the government tell me what my border is. Then I will tell me whether Yeke right or wrong. You know, if I know what my border is, and Yeke is telling me that where my border is belongs to the government, I, most ability, will say Yeke is wrong. But let the government tell me where my border is. Has Guinea encroached on my border? Because if Yeke is wrong to say that that land belongs to Guinea, then that means the government of Liberia has to tell us why is Guinea on our land. And I mean, you didn't call them. You haven't called the national security. You haven't called the minister of defense. You haven't called everybody. And then you are holding. You are holding meeting. I mean, there's no meeting. We don't have any briefing. Nothing to tell us what's the situation on the borders. And one of us say, well, you know, that land is for Guinea. But what you say? Because give a view on Yeke's statement before you punish him. Give a view on it first.
Yeah.
Because it is that view will be versus his view. If the government of Liberia say, as far as I'm concerned, that land that the Guineans are on is for me, then I would say that Yeke is wrong. Because he has compromised our territorial sovereignty. But what the government says, all these apologists, all these people, these propagandists around here who are good at spoiling people's reputation, the government is being irresponsible, non-responsive, and literally abdicating their responsibility for not telling us where is our border. Leave us to, we will beat on Yeke. Show us our border. And let Yeke say, yeah, that border that you say for you, enough for you, forgive me. But you're not saying anything. You're not saying anything.
Wow.
What you say? Because at the end of the day, Michael, for a statement to be true or false, it must be made against another position. What is the position Yeke statement made against? Huh? What is the position? Just to say the land for Guinea? But Liberian government, who the land for now? Because we are confused. We thought it was for us, but Guineans today are only now they're constructing.
They're constructing.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me whether they get permit from public works.
You know? So I don't know. So,
Wow.
I don't know.
So you are telling us that even in this special session, leadership has now called Joint Security, NSA, AFL to come and brief the House on the present situation in the country?
I'm not in leadership. And so I don't know what has happened in leadership, but as a lawmaker in this special session, I go to session every day. there has been no briefing on the state of our border. Because that's why there's no position.
That is scary.
That's why there's no position. That's why, it is, confusing. You say your statement is treasonable. What makes it treasonable? For it to be treasonable, it must be against a position. So that he, being part of the government, will have one view and the government will have another view. Then it becomes treasonable. What?
Wow. Okay, one more question, and then I'll pass it on to my co-host here. Do we know how much this recourse is costing the Liberian people? Is there a number on it?
I have no idea. Absolutely not.
Wow. But it's not free.
It is shredded in secrecy. I don't know.
Wow.
The house is not audited. Mm-hmm. They don't want to hear about audit. I've called for audit from 2018 up to now. They don't want to audit. They feel that this country belongs to them and they're not accountable to anybody. I've written more than 4 letters to audit from the back. In fact, one time the speaker told me, "Oh man, that thing in the past, it's not passed. It has expired."
Wow.
But I think that they are forgetting something. And in the future, that will come to play. They are banking on statute of limitation to say after certain time, but that can only hold when you did not act to obstruct the audit.
Yeah.
You see, if the auditing commission does not audit you for certain time, that's different thing. But when there were requests for audit and you acted conscientiously, deliberately to abort the audit process, then statute of limitation will not apply on you.
Wow.
As the lawyer say, you will not lie.
Okay. All right, Sigi. There you go, Chief.
Yeah, greetings, Chairman Benedict and political leader of CMC. It's been a long time. Greetings, Chief.
Yeah,
good to see you again. First of all, I want to thank you for your stand on so many issues in the country and for proving your critics wrong. Because I remember when you took a stand during the collaborating political parties, the CPP tenure, during the last election, you were one of the key leaders of the CPP that were targeted. And people said Pelete is not supporting Joseph Baka because Pelete will be persecuted when Baka wins the election. And they said the same thing about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And they've been there for 3 years. I don't know when they are going to take you and Ellen to jail for all the corruption that they say you caused for the country. Despite your consistent demand for audit, these guys, they've ignored all of these things. But thanks for standing your ground. But there's been this controversy on the internet. Just a very quick question, and I'll move to my next question. Is it true that this special session that you guys were called for, you will be paid for this special session? Is it true? I want you to confirm that.
Yes. Normally when there's a special session, they pay you. This time around, up to where I am, I don't know how much. Sometimes they pay you 1 month salary. Sometimes they pay you half month.
Wow.
I don't know, I think one of my colleagues said to me they're going to pay half month, something like that.
Wow.
Which is normal in labor practices.
Okay, great. Again, my next question, Chairman Ability, for me personally, when I saw Yeke, this resolution being passed, despite the state order, communication from the Supreme Court, which you talk about on your page, I saw members, because I remember doing a speakership sanga, right? Some members of the House of Representatives, your phone or team, that you're not supporting unlike people say you were supporting for nothing, but you were supporting for the right thing to be done. And which of course these guys were opposing. At the end of that entire process, you formed a team called the Rule of Law Caucus. And I think Jacob from Grand Nigeria is the chairman of that caucus. But unfortunately, I saw bulk of the members of the Rule of Law Caucus signature on the expulsion resolution of Yeke Koluba. How did you feel when you saw that resolution or key members of your team signing to expel Yeke Koluba? Did you feel betrayed, by that?
Well, I always
Action?
say, when we come in the legislature, uh, you come from different constituency, you come from different party, you have the right to make the decision you want to make for your conscience. For the record, there were only 4 members of the rural law caucus that signed. Obviously, that made the difference because if one person had refused to sign, the resolution would not have passed. But unfortunately, that made a difference.
Wow.
And I hope that I see the CDC have taken some action. I'm not in their. I'm not in the party. I'm not familiar with their constitution, so I don't know what the process. But they expel certain members. I hope that the ANC will do the same thing. You have about 4 lawmakers that signed this thing.
Yeah.
And your political leader has spoken very strongly against it. That means that he's speaking for the party. And we need to tell these lawmakers when you represent the party, either you act with the party or go independent or leave the party. But it hurts the party's reputation to have a lawmaker that is calling himself or herself a member of your party, opposition party, and siding with the government on all issues. I hope that we are very clear. There cannot be a secret cow. We have rules governing our party, and our emphasis is on legislative loyalty. And that's why every official that joins the party, you have to sign what we call an oath of allegiance to the party. Wow. and every official. So if you and that's why I say your action, has been persistent, on the yellow machine issue, on the budget. As a party, we couldn't take any more, but we gave him due process. We asked him to come for investigation. The executive committee met. Our constitution article 8B is very clear that if you go against party decision as official, not as party member, if you're just a regular member of the party, you have the right to go against the party official. So we don't see politics like old, where individuals feel that they are more important than the party. TMT, there's no secret cow. No secret cow. No matter who you think you are, if you don't respect this party rule, we'll leave you behind. They're not going to be a secret cow. You will not humiliate us as an individual. We are fighting for tomorrow. We're fighting for the future of Liberia. We want to make sure everybody that claims to be with us is with us. So, unfortunately, we are worried on, and we respect his decision.
Lastly, again, I listened to you today when you came from the court. I think the journalists were quoting you, and now you just confirmed that the case is in the court regarding Yeke explosion. Judging from everything you guys went to court doing the speakership stuff. The Supreme Court of the country gave a ruling that these guys were acting unlawfully, and they still ignore the Supreme Court ruling. The Supreme Court sent a stay order, they ignored and went ahead and expelled Yeke. The president of the country, after the Supreme Court ruling in the speakership stuff, issued a statement that you work with a majority block. Knowing everything that you know, do you think Yeke will win this thing? Do you think we'll see Yeke Koluba as a representative again in our country?
I don't know. Believe me, I don't know. I don't know where Kuru is thinking. I'm not. I'm just 2 year student at the law school, so I'm not the best lawyer. But what I can tell you,
Oh, you're in law school?
yeah. But what I can tell you,
Oh, wow.
if they could rule against, if they could rule for Yeke, we will consider him a lawmaker, and nobody will stop him from going to work, and we will escort him ourselves to work. But if they could rule against him, unless he decide to sue on the merit of the reason for his expulsion, the case is over.
What if you escort him and they put the police out again as they did with the speaker start, the police start beating on
Let it,
lawmakers?
let it
Witness
not be
that?
your fault. Let it not be your fault. We're not surprised at that. It's okay.
Do you think what happened to Yaga can be Musa ability? Do you think so? Like, can these guys wake up because you make a position, and they say they expel you? Can you accept this? What I
No,
describe as nonsense? Can
I
you think?
can't.
Do you think Musa ability?
I will counter them.
Wow.
If look, let me tell you something. I'm in that building. I'm looking for nobody. But the day somebody look for me, they will get me. If you try to remove me, I will try to remove you. I don't care who you are. And I'm able to remove them. I have the capacity to remove them. At this point in time, I'm not interested in the leadership of the house. I believe that there's no uh, there's no need for me to be interested in it. Uh, I think that the Unity Party executive will not work with me, and therefore the speakership is the will of the majority. They have the power of the executive, which is the power of the government. Even if I win, I will not succeed. I've come to terms with that, and I'm doing the work for which I was elected. While I sit here and do my work, if you come to hammer me, I don't care who you are, I will displace you.
Thank you, Chairman.
And
You're muted, Mr. Pablo.
I'm capable of doing that.
All right. So if you come to humbuck me, I will displace you. Those are the words of Honorable Musa Hassan Bility, just on his position right now in the House. Jeff, I'll turn it over to you. Any questions for Honorable Bility?
Well, I just I don't know whether I will be too fast, but I guess the honorability has been following the case recently. I just want to ask you: you were in the hearing on, you were just passing through, and I was there when you entered, and you said the man brought his lawyers. You allowed his lawyers to speak, and at that moment, that the legal team of Honorable Colva, they were denied speaking, and it worked out. I mean, as a lawmaker, what do you make of that particular moment, honorability?
It's right now it's a deja vu to me.
Deja vu?
If deja vu means something that
Mm-hmm.
happened yesterday is repeated today. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like yesterday they tried to move over and they say they have the number to move over and they did not have the number. Today they brought 49 and now we're hearing that somebody signed who was not here, so they couldn't have signed. And now one other person signature was on the document, but now they're saying that they did not sign. But I was telling my colleagues, I said, gentlemen, it looks like this thing is very simple to me. If you get it 49, allow Yeke lawyer to come and do all the technicality, make all their view, allow Yeke to see everything you gotta do, finish your committee meeting and say, Yeke, thank you. We have heard you. We'll report a plan. You don't even have to put anything that they say. You can just come to say, we finish our investigation, we think that they should expel him. You would have accorded him due process. You understand? Then you're bringing out indisciplinary, read the petition, and then let everybody who is on that petition sit in that chamber and say, yes, that's my signature. Yes, everything validated. That's what I think. I say, why you working here? I said, why are you going through all of this? The Supreme Court has over and over said the quasi-judicial hearing with due process is required, and that the lawyers also represent you and speak for you if need be. In the Grace Farm case, Grace Farm versus the House of Representatives, the same thing, over and over. Just yesterday, they said Kofa was not accorded due process. You know the rest of the story. You understand? Why are we repeating the same mistakes? You know, so it's crazy. But so I was just ranting. I say, just allow the main lawyer to come and speak, finish, compile a report. It's finished. That's due process. What is difficult about that? I guess what is difficult about that is that they are not sure of the 49. So, they kind of worry about it. And I think that's all.
Talking about due process honorability, if now due process was ignored, in the process of removing a lawmaker, and what does that mean for the credibility, of the House now going forward?
See, it means a lot. It means, especially in the process where the Supreme Court stopped us and someone at the Capitol received the document. And I spoke to one lawyer today. The lawyers went as far as the Speaker's office. So the law went beyond, being said. They say, even if you hear that the court has acted, you should find out, you are obligated to find out whether or not it is true that the court has acted. But unfortunately, my colleagues did not, and I think that it was a mistake.
Just a final one from me before Mr. Palmer coming. I just want to ask this. Now that it has been established that some of your colleagues, their signatures, were fraudulently placed on the resolution or the document without their consent, as in regards to Honorable Sempi Jala of Bomi County, what happens next for the House of Representatives?
For the record, do you have capacity in your studio to place call to AR? I just want to prove it for the record. Do you have any technology that can take phone and say AR for make somebody Musa ability, and then do you have that capacity?
We do not, sir.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that it was Sempi Jala you were talking to. That's all. For me, for the sake of transparency, if anyone dispute, and we have two disputed names, if anyone dispute their names on that document, it should be verified.
Okay.
For the sake of the credibility of that document. So far, they are not willing to verify it.
Are you going to raise that issue? Because he said, well, tomorrow he's coming to Capitol and what have you. His name is there, and because it's a crime that I wish I know for your signature to be.
Is there one saying they're coming to Capitol?
Honorable Sempi Jala tomorrow he's coming to the Capitol to do a
follow-up. That is office.
If it is proven, what would
Sam Jala, you know how to take it. He doesn't need me. You know how to take it. He's a strong, robust, and highly opinionated person. So he knows how to take care of himself. He doesn't need me.
Okay.
All right. So just to bring people up to speed on ability, I'll just play I won't play what occurred in the studio when we interview him a few minutes before you, but I will play what is circulating on social media, what he said over the weekend concerning his signature on any document here.
The Constitution, Article 38, that gave us the right to form our rules. There is something there for expelling or suspending lawmaker on cause. If that process is followed, I can vote again Honorable Kolba. But under this particular circumstances, whatever you see parading on Facebook, I'm going to town on Sunday evening after here. And by Monday, I'm going to be on the ground at the Capitol building. I'm going to follow up. If that is true, that listing was posted, I want to know who signed that. And that is something I'm going to follow up. So I'm saying to you that whatever you see on Facebook, I'm not seeing it, I'm here, so I don't know what is that. So I will say that is not me on the basis of that.
But have you signed any document relative to
Honorable Kolba? No.
And there you have it. And he came back today, and he made it very clear to the people listening, to all of Liberia listening, that he did not affix his signature to any resolution concerning the expulsion of Honorable Yeke Koluba, and that he will be in session tomorrow, and hopefully he will meet with the speaker, the chief clerk, and the rest of the people to find out how his name and his signature next to his name appeared on a resolution that he did not sign. So we'll be following. Today you guys you guys met at the Supreme Court. Are you allowed to just give us a brief update on what occurred? And what
It was short. The defense team of Yaka Koluba filed a bureau of information this morning, and so the judge said, I received a bureau of information. I ordered the clerk to send it to the house, and then you have to respond to it within a week, and then we'll come back to hear that bureau of information first before we even go into the issue that was brought here.
Okay.
So it lasted for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay. So one. Who is the judge in chambers? Right now?
Justice Kaba.
Justice Kaba. Okay. And please tell us, we're not law student chief. What is a bill of information? Like what exactly were they seeking?
So what a bill of information does, when there's an issue pending before the judge, and the other party does something that affects that issue, but that issue has to be brought to the attention of the court. So you do that through a bureau of information. In this case, they are saying to the court, the stay order that you issued the last time was not respected. And these are the things that happen. It's up to the judge to say, oh, I don't have time for that. Or, oh, if you didn't respect my stay order, go now and respect my stay order. Don't do anything. Everything that you have done after I issue the order is considered nullified, and then go away from you on that, and the judge can do that. The judge can also say, I don't see any merit in your claim, and so I decline, and then that will be the end of the story. Then they win, and the Yaka loses.
Okay. All right. So if you're okay with it, can we take some calls, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll stay for another 5 minutes.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Jeff, can you open the lines for us?
Yes, so fellow Liberians, you out there, you listening. This is the program LRB Future TV here on 95.9 Kia Radio, and our special guest tonight is the political leader of the Citizens Movement for Change and Nimba County District 7 Representative Honorable Musa Hassan Belete. We've talked wide range of issues. You hear the numbers are 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0889-283938 plus 231 777 959 959. Please, when you call, make sure you far away from your monitor so that we don't have feedback coming in tonight on the show. Let's go to the line and take this very first person. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, you're not ready. Let me get this other person. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name and where you join from?
Thank you. This is Tama calling from View.
Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. I did listen to the oral lawmaker saying that he did not sign for the removal of Yeke Koluba. And that is complete forgery of someone's signature. And to forge someone's signature is a crime. So if the representative say that he did not sign, then of course those are placed his signature on it. Now they forge his signature, and those people should be taken to court to prove why they have to do so.
Okay.
Then also it means that the number the 49 did not, or I mean they did not reach that 49 persons to remove Yekekova. Definitely Yekekova should return to the capital they.
Thank you.
But the issue of forging someone's signature is a crime.
Thank you.
That's why the representative should take it for serious.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Poka Robert on this side. Poka, welcome quickly.
Yeah, thank you, my dear brother, Jeff, and thank also to my knowledgeable, patriotic and nationalistic lawmaker, one of the lawmakers I really admire a lot. With ability of for the benefit of the public you have, or the citizen united, or against the citizen united, or for accountability against bad leadership you have, or your name has been captured in our manifesto. So anytime we'll be wishing you to give you your flower like you deserve.
Poka, let's go to the issue quickly.
Yeah, no, I don't want to make no understand. So for the record, I'm Poka Robert. And I join you this evening for our own new destinations. You see what the honorable man said? Mr. Kennedy is very poor. I don't even have to say all the ability from my party that before what he is putting or what actually he is doing or doing in the interest of the country, I should not appreciate. Mr. Ability have been very, very somebody that want to see the particular country and the hope by even the representative to see it in a very appropriate manner.
Okay.
You see what happened the last time? When the people happy for the fellowship, Mr. Ability too up. He's too up to the podium. How many people are too up? Yeah, you're happy again when you can call back. Somebody put out even two hours with ability and 2 hours with family cover today, they are going away. They are going away, I'm telling you. You see the consistency of the political follow. But Mr. Ability is undiluted and undisputed politician. Thank you for your leadership, ability and continuity.
Thank you. Thank you, Poka Robert. Mohammed Donso, welcome. Let's hear you. Okay, I think he left. 777-959-959 077-959-959.
Go ahead and take two more. We'll go ahead and take two more calls, and then we'll give the opportunity to close.
You and I want to say good evening to my son Vera, a staunch supporter of the CNC Church Brigade here on the show.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to say, Honorable Benedict, I'm extremely sorry to you for the way in which you were projected to us by the Foxy United Party, makes you to appear as though you were the worst criminal. No knew they were lying on you. Those guys are liars in the first place. On the contrary, since they came to power 3 years running now, nothing they can prove. The only thing they were able to do to run after you, I mean, just to suppress you only because you say you want to be president of this country. We can put this everybody right. Everywhere Nigerian right. So here is what I have to say. When it comes to Honorable Kolba, thank you for suspending this General Kolba Yoko, because that man, he is of no use to the constitution. Especially someone who runs after their own belly. There's some such a you mean well, and you. I mean, I think if it's social, if you okay, you're supposed to explain the same way.
Okay.
Now, so I will call. I beg you, I'm not going to go this. So I will call back issues. You know, people saying that they their signature was forged. If they say so, I will not say that loud because Richard number. Because in person, that man is the fraudulent. Man, who forged the forged document? So do the entire American people just to go America. If that man point somebody's signature in Liberia, it will not be switched. Them men who are people talking about in the House of Representatives, who supposed to get a big person that they are supposed to be. Impeached from that house over there, which is Richard number 2. That man now, they made naked photo party. Why? We have to do business with somebody white. They man white started intimidating the poor white in his room. I believe it women are part of the over. I mean,
thank you.
I mean, there's a reason why they're kind of happening in the country.
Thank you.
Kind of use that people there.
Thank you. Got to take other people. Mohammed Donso, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Jeff.
Welcome. Let's hear you, Mohammed.
Good evening to your panelists. Well, Jeff, I have a question for the representative.
Go ahead.
Representative, the way the saga during the Kofa, case, if the Supreme Court, please has representative, will the executive agree? Because in the saga of the House of Representatives, even the Speaker said the executive said one of what will quorums would the executive agree, because I know that it's a Bwaka, pledge for Yeke to leave the representative seat.
Okay, good question. Yeah, we'll take this person. Emo, welcome, Emo. Let's hear you.
Yeah. This could even to ability our opposition brother, and this is Edmund Carr. I'm a member of the Concerned Liberian for Justice. He said it right, but what we want happen is that the Supreme Court gave instruction to the representative. They failed to follow it, and it's not just calling them on the 28th for the argument or whatsoever. I will be so disappointed if they don't take any action against the House of Representatives. Okay. Because this thing has always happened. It happened in the Fonati issue. The ruling was not done once, it was done twice. And they failed to follow what Supreme Court asked them to do. Anything that is not done legally, it's not done. It's not okay. We told them that why were they rushing? And in fact, there was no need that the House of Representatives could have taken any action against Yeke in this extra sitting.
Okay.
The moment they did that, we said the executive was the one that was part of it.
Okay.
Because they were the people who on the plea. Because they were the one that recall the executive recalled the legislature.
Thank you, Emma.
Meaning they have agenda when they were recalling them.
Thank you, Emma. Let's take this overseas call quickly. Good evening. Welcome.
Thank you, man. This is Abraham Connor calling from the United States. Let me say good afternoon to you guys and good afternoon to Mr. Ability. A quick question on his honorability. If it is established and verified that signatures were forged and predicated on that decisions were made to remove Honorable Yeke, if indeed it is established by Representative Brown and others tomorrow, would that automatically notify the vote from Friday, and then whereby Honorable Yeke Kolba will be allowed to go to session based on falsified documents? Or do we have to wait for court ruling before a decision is made by his return to the House? Please answer that for me. Thank you, my brother.
This last person from the Western region, Grand Cape, Siafa Manuba Jenica, quickly. Siafa, you're a last caller. Let's hear you quickly. Siafa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, quickly.
Good evening, Honorability, and good evening to you, Jefferson, and the team at Kia Radio, and good evening to everyone listening at this point in time. I just want to thank Representative Delete for his presentation. And as well,
Safa, can I hold you there? Honorable Koluba is coming in. Let me put Honorable Koluba to Abeku Safa. Honorable Koluba is coming. Honorable Koluba, welcome to the show. Oh, yes. Honorable, we have Honorable Yeke Koluba. Honorable Koluba, welcome. Honorable Koluba, are you there?
Did we lose him?
Yes, we have Honorable Koluba. Yes, he was trying to come in. Safa, just please hold the line. We want to hear from the Honorable Yeke Koluba. Safa, please just hold the line, please. We want
just
to
hear Safa out and then so he can go.
Yeah, it was interrupting I think he was being interrupted. Yes, let's have. I think we have the lawmaker back on the line. Honorable Koluba, welcome. Okay, I think we have some. But Safa was coming. Honorability, you want to respond to some of the questions?
Yeah, Poka, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. You know, I think first, let me say something. What I would recommend in the future is that when election is over, the election commission, and we are going to introduce that law, that there be a workshop that will last for at least 2 weeks for all the lawmakers, both new and old, for us to understand, and there's nothing wrong with that, for us to understand the act of lawmaking, our responsibility. There are many of our colleagues who are under the illusion that the House is above the court, and it's not subject to court ruling. That is an illusion. Every branch of the government is subject to the ruling of the Supreme Court. No exception. If the House of Representatives does something wrong and the court says that it should stop, it should stop. We are not above the court. Right now, I believe that we have developed that sense of superiority, which makes it feel that we are above the House. We need to deal with that. The second thing is, for me and for us, if the court say stop,
Go ahead.
Mr. Mike, please.
I'm hearing you.
Okay. If the court says, Yeke, go back, Mr. Gentleman of the House, the decision you took it in disregard to the court ruling, therefore it is hereby nullified, and then you go back and go give Yeke due process if you want to carry on. Nobody will stop Yeke. We will escort him to his office.
Okay.
If the court declines and Yeke goes to court tomorrow and they say, oh, will not respect the court ruling, we'll go to the court with a bit of information, and obviously the court will rule to reinforce, and at that point in time, our workplace there, we'll go there and we'll carry Yeke to his office. But if the court decline or the court says that Yeke is wrong, that's the end. There's nothing beyond the court. The court is the final arbiter of our legal dispute. So that's why I want my colleagues to understand that we got no place to go. The court is the court. So the sooner we know that, the better it will be. It's okay. You know, you could have just given Yeke his due process and then stay calm in the chamber and vote and use the 49 and vote him out. It will be a different topic today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, look like we lost our ability there.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine. Yeah, so that's okay. He was actually on his closing, so I wish he would have stayed a little bit longer. Maybe we have one or two other follow up to make. But thank you, Honorable Ability, for the time. Hold on 1 second there. Okay.
Yeah, so if the court act, you know, we don't expect our colleagues to say no to the court. But if they do, we escort Yeke to his office. Nobody should. Look, the law is funny. You are nothing if it is not because the law make you who you are. You understand? You don't have any power. You don't have any power to call the police. You don't have any power to say Yeke should not come. If the law you depended on that made you the leaders you are, if you say that law does not exist, then I have no reason to regard you as a leader. All of us have obligation to uphold the law because that's when leaders take their space. So for me, I think those were the, and then if it is established that there is fraud, that was the last question. We will ask them, now that we have established the fraud and the 49 does not exist, let's return to status quo. If they refuse, again, we have to do the same thing, but go to court. Michael, we have no choice except to follow the rule of law. But where the Unity Party defies the code, we will not allow them to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. CDP, did you have one question? Well, let Honorable Ability go.
Yeah, sure, I do. Again, thanks so much for being here today, Chairman Blady. My last question will be this, though. There's been this controversy that there was Joseph Baga share money to get Yege expelled. Let me put it in a simple way. Do you believe this, that the people who signed this resolution to expel Yege, do you think the executives involved, do you think they actually took money to sign this resolution to get rid of Yeke, and which is going to cost the government another millions of dollars because of by-election in Yeke district? Do you think so?
I don't have evidence of bribery. I don't have. If I had, I would talk about it. And bribery it has a higher standard of proof. And so, you can't just say it unless you have evidence, unless someone try to bribe you, and stuff like that. What I do know is that the executive has their hand inside, their head inside, everything inside, trying to remove. Yeah. I said that on my Facebook page. This is not about the border. This is not about treason. This is about the president or Unity Party saying that Yeke has to go. And as it stands, Unity Party controls the House, it controls the executive, so they have the power to do what they are doing.
Just one from me, Honorability. I know you have to go, but just one more. That Honorable Kolba should leave the country and just forget the case and go in exile. Do you support, or would you advise, if you were to give him that advice, that would you advise that he leave the country, forget the case, and go?
What happened to the 27,000 people that voted for him to represent him? You are not importing more than the people who asked you to serve them. You are servants. Those people still want him. We must consider that Yeke and Mavico of Bonkande got the highest number of votes past all of us, 27,000. Yeke vote is equivalent in some area more than 5 lawmakers vote. So at the end of the day, I'm sorry, Chief. I don't agree. But that would be a decision that Yeke will have to make.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Honorability, for your time. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Chairman, for coming on, honoring our invite. We had a great time. We had a great time. Consider this a part of your home whenever you want to come on. And anytime you have news for us, just reach out and we'll definitely make time. Thank you
We're
so
all
much.
in the opposition. I always tell
Yes, we are.
the ANC people here like to go in your feelings too much. But I can tell you that we are opposition.
Yes.
At some point in time, we need to, forget about little differences, sit around the table and discuss the future of the country and agree on something. And before I leave, let me tell you what I said. I'll say it again. That as CMC, we believe that all the opposition should sit together and that we should use a credible international body to ask the Liberian people. Musa Bilete is here, Tawan Congo is here, Alexander Comey, George Weah, all the other opposition. Which one of them you believe should lead the opposition? Which one of them you believe should be the vice president of that channel? So we'll use all the different combinations. You know how it works.
Yeah.
The one that come on top, TMC will respect that. Any other family, TMC is not going to be a part of that. We believe that even if there was an opportunity for us to do open primary, where every Liberian will come and vote to say all the opposition, then who do you think should have? I am prepared for that. I would not sit down in a living room sipping soft drink or juice or wine under air condition to determine the future of this country. I will not do that. But anything practical, data driven, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because in that way, you don't have to bury your head in the sand. I have done a lot and continue to do a lot on the ground today. Don't you think it's fair that in 2 years' time, I should ask the Liberian people, in spite of everything I've done, you didn't want to put myself as president, you will vote for me? Let me hear what they would think. Mm-hmm. So at that point, if the result is, in spite of what you have done, we want you, so why should I continue to waste my resources? I'll find a way. So let's do it. Let's do it. But if the idea is to face the Unity Party divided,
oh no,
my hand are there, I will not be part of that competition. And then it's better that we just give the Unity Party the government to run. These people are vicious. They have a calculated plan to cheat in the election. You see what they just did to the RPCC? A body of parties that is set together to discuss with the election commission all matters relating to our participation in election. They take that body to go validate presidential decision. What fish do we have to fry in who becomes the next or validate the next chairman? And the CMC is going to issue a statement tomorrow on that. We don't accept it, and we call on the ANC, the CDC, and other parties to condemn it. You see, they are not going to turn that RPCC. I heard the man saying today, democratic. We are 30. You are 30, and that's what they want to use to validate the fraud they want to commit. We need to be careful. We have no chance against the Unity Party when we divide ourselves. We need to move on behind how we feel and go straight to the Liberian people. You got Pano, you got Queenie Park, you got all the world-renowned pooling entities.
Yeah.
Where you can pay the money and they can come and do Pew. All these people, they can come and do research for you, which they will never compromise themselves.
Oh yeah.
They'll come and do research for you and tell you what the people think. And once that happens, and I don't find myself in any of those lines, I accept the result. But you're not going to tell me, oh, Musa, man, come be my vice president.
You check on me.
You must not get at all. I want to be president.
Yeah.
The only way I cannot be president if I get indication from the Liberian people that if I run, they will not vote for me. The only means through which I know that is data survey. So let all of us encourage our parties to do that. I would be fine if we were to do a poll that say ANC and CDC would be the best combination for us. If that result comes, I will support that. If the result comes that CMC and CDC should be the best combination, ANC should support that.
Yeah.
If they come to say ANC and CMC should be the best combination, CDC should support that. Because they too have had a day in the building there. So we all should, Councillor Gonglo the same, Simeon Taylor the same, all of the opposition leaders must take the same posture that for this united party that is trying to turn our country into a kingdom. We need to know that we have our democracy has an existential threat against it. And therefore, we must, for once in our lifetime, we have the opportunity to stand together to preserve our democracy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Ability, for the time. Thank you. You have heard him. Have a great evening. Stay safe, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevin.
All right. So there you have it. There you have it, people. We had Honorable Musa Hassan Ability on. We had people from Honorable Sam P. Jala to Honorable Musa Hassan Ability. We almost brought on Honorable Yeke Koluba, or just going to be a trifecta, But anyway, it wasn't meant to be that way. We'll take it for now. However, as you know, this is Liberia Future TV. We are on all week. So you never know what will happen tomorrow. Tune in, same time, 7 p.m. Liberian time. And definitely we'll have another riveting show for you. Time is fast spent. We really only have a few minutes left. So, Siliki, I will give you a minute here just to quickly wrap up.
Yeah, it was a great show. Again, thanks to Chairman Belede for coming on, and thanks for facilitating this, Mr. Palmo. And Jefferson, great job. Thanks for all you do in the studio there. And thanks to our listening audience, both in Liberia and those that are watching us from Facebook. So please follow us on LIB Future TV on Facebook. We are here every day from Monday to Friday. And what a great conversation it was. We will continue to have this conversation, and it's up to you, the listening audience, to digest it, think about it, and just put aside your emotion, your sentiment, your political party affiliation, and whatever, and just follow the truth. What is happening to Yeke today, it is unfair, and this is meant to silence critical voices. And this is something, if you mean well, you want good governance, you want people to be able to express themselves, you should stand against this. This is not about Yeke Koluba. All of us don't like the way Yeke expressed himself, but this is not a way to go about it, to expel him from the house simply because he criticized an 82-years-old man government who is not doing a good job after 2 years of leadership in Liberia. But great conversation. Thank you so much, Mr. Palmo. Thank you, and great. And see you again on Monday. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. All right, Jeff, thank you so much for producing. We'll always have a fun time with you, man. We'll plan another show again for next week. Bring on a really good guest, and we'll take it from there. I think we have exhausted our time with the people in Liberia. To all of our listeners out there in our Facebook and YouTube followers, we'll say join us again. Join Liberia Future TV rest of this week. Join us the Monday edition next week, Monday, and we'll have another riveting show for you. You guys have a great night now.
Okay. All right, folks. So you just.
Stand up. Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.